Hey, Mark here from Mission Boat Gear. Today we're going to talk about the 3 essential knots that you need to go boating, make yourself look like a pro out in the water, and impress your friends. So there are hundreds of knots out there that are for very specific purposes, but we really don't need those for your general boating activity. There's really just 3 that will help you make it through the day and have you have the best day on the water. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the cleat hitch. If you're coming up to a dock, or if you need to tie off on something that has a cleat, this is the easiest and best way to do it. So if you have a spliced eye in your line, you can just loop it over the horns of the cleat, and that's a secure setup. If you want to go a little bit more secure, you can feed the line through the cleat, around the horns, pull it tight, and you get a very nice, secure connection. If you're working with the free end of the line, and you need to go around a cleat, this is where a lot of people make mistakes. So what we want to do, there's a lot of ways to do this wrong, and there's really just one way to do it right. And if you can do it right, you definitely look like you know what you're doing out in the water. So what we want to do is we want to identify where the line is going to be pulling from, and we want to go around the front of the cleat in that manner. So if our pull is coming from over in this direction, we want to go around this front of the horn here. We're going to go once around. We're going to go over the top again, and then we're going to go under. And the key is to go under here. We don't want to go over the top. We want to go under that line, pull it tight, and we can do that once more. We're going to go under, pull that tight, and we've got a nice secure connection to that cleat. And that works both directions. If the load is coming from over here, from the other side, we'll definitely show you that. So if the load is coming from over here, we want to go around the front of the horn. We're going to go around once, over the top again. We're going to go under with the line, and then we're going to go under again, pull that tight, and that gives you that nice secure cleat hitch. The second connection or section knot that we're going to be looking at is the clove hitch, and that's if you need to go around a post. You go over a big pylon, or we can go a post. We'll go around the post first. So the key to this knot is getting the line again under. So we're going to go the free end, the tail of the line. We're going to go under. We're going to drop that under. We're going to go make another loop under again. And then you can make a third loop. Again, the tail is going to go on the bottom when we drop that over the top of the post. And that's going to give you that nice, secure clove hitch. And this should look nice and neat and tidy. If there's big lumps in there, there's probably something wrong. You might want to try it again. There's also kind of a trick on doing this that makes this really quick. If you're up against a dock, it can make you look pretty fancy when you come up to the dock. And I'll show you that really quick. So if you make 2 loops in this line, so I'm going to make a loop, I'm going to make one more loop, and then I'm going to take these 2 loops that I just made, and I'm going to cross them over behind each other, and then drop that over the post. And that gives you the clove hitch right there. It's a super slick way of pulling up the dock. It makes you look really cool in front of the dock hands, and gives you a nice clean clove hitch. Some people, if you're mooring this for a long period of time, they might put an overhand knot or 2 on this line just to tie up the free end of the tail, but it's not really necessary if you're just doing a short tie-up. Okay, the last knot that we're going to talk about is the bowline knot. Now this is, in my opinion, the most versatile universal knot that you need to have kind of in your knot repertoire. The key to this knot being so powerful is that it won't tighten up on itself, and you can always untie the knot. So if you want to make a loop in the end of your line, this is the knot for it. And then with that loop, you can do almost anything. The key to this knot is you're going to make a loop, and the important part is here, the load end of your line needs to be on the bottom. So on all these knots, we're always thinking about the underside of everything. So the load end of our line is going to be under on the loop. This is going to be where our loop is. We can take the tail of the line. We're going to go up through this little loop we've made, around the standing line, and back down through the loop. We tighten that up, and that's going to create a loop in our line that won't slide, it won't tighten up, and I'll always be able to untie this knot. You can use it in all kinds. You can drop it over a post, you can put it around the cleat, you can put it over a pylon. It's also known as a rescue knot, and the reason for that, again, it won't cinch up on me. It's easy to tie. If you get the hang of it, some people can tie it with one hand. So if you put that around your body, we're going to put the load end of this under. We go up through, we go around the standing end, back down through this loop that we made, and we've got a nice tight secured loop. And someone could, rescue me or pull me through the water in this. It's not going to cinch up on me. It's not going to squeeze me, and I can always untie this easily. Thanks for watching. I hope this makes your day out in the water a little bit more enjoyable. We'll see you out there.